Hi, Cindy here. I have a bunch of acquaintances that whenever I go to a foreign country and I come back, I think I've been to about 35, I always say, "Oh, you're so lucky." Like luck has anything to do with it, you know? And these same people, they feel like they have to save their whole life and spend $5,000 to go to a country. And these are single people. These aren't people with kids, and I can understand if they had kids. But it's like they're going to save for their whole life, or they're going to plan for their whole life. And in the end, they're going to be sitting on the porch because they didn't get to do it because not, everything wasn't perfect. The kids weren't raised, the stars didn't align, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, that's fine. That's fine if you don't go, but stop whining to me about not being able to go. Suck it up. Travel the way I travel, which is I stay in hostels. No guided tours, no cruises. If you're not comfortable traveling by yourself, start with cruises. There's nothing wrong with it. I can't do them. I tried one once, and yeah, that was it. I'm pretty much an independent traveler. The main thing that I like to do when I go overseas, I just like to walk around. I like to walk around and look at stuff. I like to see how the other people live, where they have their coffee, where they go grocery shopping, where they have the wine after work. And for me, hostels are the answer to being able to afford to travel to that many countries. I think I went to Guatemala a couple years back, and I paid $530 for my airfare and $72 for parking. And I think I took $260 and I came back with 20. And I took buses all over the country. I went to like 4 towns. And it was awesome. But I ate street food. I took public transportation. I did not rent a car. So when you stay in hostels, people like, ooh, I could never stay in a hostel. It's like, okay, how badly do you want to travel? Because, okay, I don't sleep good. So I can stay in a hostel and not sleep good for $11. Or I could spend $60 and stay in a hotel and not sleep good. And I think it's kind of, I don't know, I kind of feel alone when I'm in a hotel. It's fine in the United States, I want to be alone. But when I'm in a foreign country, I'm a long ways away from everybody. I kind of like having people around me. There's drawbacks, because they're a lot younger, louder. But sometimes it works out okay, like when I was in Mexico, and I had 5 20-something-year-olds from Spain as roommates. So they were getting ready to go to the bar about the time I was getting ready to go to bed. And then they'd come home about 45 minutes before I was going to get up. And so it worked out real well for me. I've never had anything sketchy happen. I've never had anything stolen from me. Nobody's going to come and attack you in the middle of the night in your bed. Well, if you're 50-something. Maybe when you're younger, maybe they do. I don't really know. It's never... But I've been staying in a hostel since I was probably 30. I've never had anything bad happen to me. I've stayed in some crappy hostels before. Yeah, that one in Catania. Yeah. But, okay, so you stay in a hostel, and this is what it's like. Dormitory. Bunk beds. Check to see how stable your bunk bed is before deciding on the bottom or the top. A lot of these places sell beer. They have laundromats. Places where you can just do laundry there. They have cooking facilities, so you can get all this really cool food at the markets downtown. Come home and cook your own food. You can go sit up on top of rooftops and sit and watch the sun go down in Mexico City, with a drink. They've got lending libraries for books and DVDs. Some of these places even have like travel services. A fair amount of them are on public transportation line, and since I always take public transportation, that works really well for me. I don't know. Probably won't convince anybody to go and do it. You can start small, like I said. Start with a guided tour and a cruise sometime. See whether that's for you. See if you want more. Because somebody's doing all that for you. You're not doing it for yourself. The only thing you're doing for yourself is setting up your excursions. You're not the one out there with a map, walking around a strange city, making sure that you can find your way back, and finding the cool little hole-in-the-wall bar and having a glass of wine and then trying to find your way back. So yeah, just think about it. If I can do it, I don't see why you can't.